Bryan Alvarez here on Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, and Sunday, 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. Saturday mornings with Jim Valley, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. Sundays with Andrew Zarian. And it's Monday here on the show, and you know what that means? We got news about WWE counter-programming. That's right. But they are not counter-programming AEW. They're actually counter-programming this show here today. I think Raw's on right now, isn't it? So, yeah, you can watch it or you can watch me. So, what would you choose? We got the Raw lineup coming up for tonight. It's the go-home show for Clash in Paris, which is coming up this weekend. So we got a lot to talk about there. A lot of shows this weekend, including Forbidden Door and the Heat Wave show. But obviously, the top story is what happened with Raja Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, and independent pro wrestler Psycho Stu. We got a lot of news to talk about on this today. Horrible story, and we got some updates on everything. So we're going to talk about that. Then we'll get into Forbidden Door and the NXT Heatwave show. We got news talking New Japan Pro Wrestling and some changes to how things are done in AEW, storyline-wise, that is. We got some international dates, a lot of other news to get into, and that'll be today's show. Filthy Tom Lawler is going to join us. Looks like he's here. I should have confirmed that, but I just presumed he was going to be here. But there he is. So we'll have him on the show after the break, get an update on his hip replacement surgery. I can see he's sitting down, so that's a good sign, because he couldn't do that on last week when he checked in. But anyway, we got a lot to get into here today. Back in a moment with more Wrestling Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Okay, can everyone hear it?
Yeah.
There's a mystery bell at Granny's house. She can't hear it. Take off your headphones for a second.
I had them on wrong anyway.
Okay.
I can't get them on right. What?
Take them off and listen.
You have in your elbow?
Is the fan on a computer?
Nothing.
All right. Well, this is going to be an exciting show.
Gonna have bells ringing through the whole thing, and it's every week. It's got to be me.
Do you have a neighbor that's an ice cream man
No,
practicing out there?
I got a neighbor that smokes marijuana.
I'm sure you do. I guess
Whatever that noise is, I mean, it's still going.
Yeah, it's not going to stop, dude.
Brian, do you want me to get off here and go see if open the door and see if there's anything out there?
You think something's out the front door?
Is he ringing the bell the entire time?
No, Granny, you don't
Let me in! Let me in!
It's fine. It's fine.
If it's death, don't open the door.
Thank you, Craig. This person thinks it's a stove timer.
Have you burned the roast?
No, I don't have a stove. You want me to just get off here?
No. We're going to barrel through it.
I'd love it.
You're not even doing anything. Granny, Nick says that you've got an old-fashioned analog alarm clock in Terry's bedroom.
I don't know. I got a new alarm clock, battery operated. Is that what she meant?
Well, whatever it is, it's going haywire right now.
Oh, it might be my alarm.
Do you think?
But it's way back in the bedroom.
Don't worry about it right now. But when the show's over, you might want to go...
That's what it is.
Okay.
Solve the mystery.
Is there a reason you didn't turn it off when it started ringing?
Well, I wasn't in there. I didn't.
Duh.
I took a nap. I took a nap and set the alarm. I thought I shut it off, but I probably didn't.
No.
You probably didn't.
That's life.
I would say with a good deal of certainty that you didn't turn it off.
Brian, that's life around here.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I do the show with Dave, too.
Say,
Hear all sorts of things in the background.
did I do that? You know,
Yeah, you did do that.
or I thought I did that, but I didn't.
in there.
I wake up and I see lights on, and I say, I didn't turn those lights on. What's going on?
Maybe the place is haunted.
could be.
Okay.
It's my brain that's haunted.
Well, I hope not. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. Back here on the show. I realize it's horrible that I just opened up this show laughing, but Tom sent me to his Twitter to see what was something that was not funny at all, which we're going to get into in a moment. But as I was about to hit record, I scrolled a little further down, and I saw the 2012 article you posted. Broke Tom Lawler gets 40 grand knockout of the night bonus at UFC on Fuel 3. Wow. What a way to put you over. You're broke.
Well, the reason why that even happened is there was recently a fighter, Charles Energy Johnson, who, by the way, great nickname and even better haircut. He was an underdog, I believe, this past weekend and won a big fight, got a bonus, and it was revealed that he was in the red in his bank account. And I was like, wait a minute. That actually happened to me in the past, too, where I was in the red. I had to borrow money from one of my friends, Dan Fern. And
did he work for NXT?
No.
Okay.
He's like a computer security guy.
Well, I just heard the name Dan Fern.
I used an alias.
Okay.
But anyways, I paid him back after the fight, just like this Charles Energy Johnson fella is doing. So
wow.
I've been in the game for a while, Brian. I've been in the game not making any money for a long time.
Well, you've kept at it, so congratulations. All right, we got to talk about a really serious situation. I don't want to joke about anything. So before we get into all of the updates today, in case some of you don't know what happened, there was a Knox Pro Wrestling show over the weekend, and to try to cut it down to like just the basics, Raja Jackson, who's the son of Quentin Rampage Jackson, he went to the show with his video camera, and he's got like a live stream that he does on Kick. It's like the new one, Kick. So he's like streaming on Kick, and before the show, he's in the back, and all the wrestlers are hanging out, and one of the wrestlers, Psycho Stu, goes up to him, and he sees the camera, and he presumes that Raja Jackson is one of the workers, which he is not. He was just there at the show. And so they kind of do a little back and forth, and Psycho asks him, "You know who I am?" And Raja's like, "I don't know who you are." And Psycho thinks he's kind of messing with him because he thinks he's a worker. And so he's drinking a beer, and he takes a beer can, and he does like he crushes half the beer can on his head. And Raja Jackson later he was like, it didn't hurt, but he was mad because he didn't know why this guy hit him with a beer can. So he gets hot, and all the other wrestlers kind of gather around, and they start explaining to Stu, this he's not a worker, he's just here. And Raja's he's mad. And so they're trying to calm him down, and they're going, he thought you were a worker. He was just, we all mess around. And so Stu offers a handshake, and Raja wants none of this handshake. And Stu apologizes. He says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He offers a handshake. Raja wants none of it. So one of the co-owners of Knox, it's Rikishi's promotion, Reno, says, you know what? Let's do a spot tonight in the match. You can get involved in the match. He doesn't say anything about what he just says, let's get together and work out a spot, okay? So then this other guy, AJ Mana, he basically says, you get in there tonight and you can get your receipt on this guy. And as soon as Raja hears, I'm going to get my receipt on this guy, I'm going to get to hit him back. And then he's like, oh, let's shake hands, and he's all, he's supposedly cool with this. So he's filming this whole thing. This is not like she said, he said, she said. He's filming this whole thing. It's on the internet. Like, as of last night, it may not be there now for legal reasons, but as of last night, it was still there. You could go up and watch it. So for the next 2 hours, Raja is filming himself as he goes to sit down at the show, as he walks around backstage, as he literally explains into the camera, I'm going to hit this guy for real. And he starts going on Kick, and everybody on Kick is telling him, like, you can't stand for that. You got to stand up for yourself. And so over the next hour, he's getting more and more hot. He just keeps reading this chat. And, he's over and over again, talking about, I'm going to hurt this guy. I'm not going to hurt him too bad, he says. But it's not going to be scripted when I get in there. And so eventually, the match is taking place. He's sitting at ringside. And he ends up flying into the ring. He grabs this guy who doesn't fight. Like, the guy thinks it's just going to be some spot, Stu, and he picks this dude up and he does like the MMA slam.
It was like the Booker T.
Oh my God!
What is it? The slam that he would do. It's like an over the shoulder spine buster.
Yeah, and he slams this guy, and this guy looks like he's out immediately. I don't know if he's selling, but it looks like he's out. And then Raja jumps on this guy, and he punches him as hard as he can, full force in the face, 21 times. Now, as this is happening, and I listen,
God.
let me say this. Let me just say something. Hold on. Because I will say what you're expecting, but I want to say this first. Initially, last night, I was somewhat defensive of the other wrestlers in the ring because we're all watching the footage. We know what happened. We know what to expect. Nobody in there did, okay? There was one guy who, within about 3 seconds, he tries to break this thing up. It doesn't work. And finally, all of the other guys get in and they drag him off after 21 punches. And I was sympathetic because none of them had the benefit of knowing what was going to happen. I don't know if anyone even knew the guy was going to run in. A lot of them were probably in shock. However, you posted a video on your Twitter today.
I'm sending you the full 2 minutes that I have right now.
That I was completely unaware of last night. So, as he is being pulled off, and like half of the wrestlers have bowled him into the corner to get him off the guy.
One guy is throwing shoulder tackles.
Yeah, he's like doing
in the
shoulder
corner.
tackles in the corner.
One guy hit him with a fake bag.
Well,
like the restraint on Rajah Jackson left a lot to be desired.
Okay.
There was one gentleman, the Epic, who I will give credit to. He was outside the ring, and he's the one that ran in and at least restrained Rajah.
Yes.
He was throwing headbutts at him. He was the only one that I would give any credit to.
That
in
guy's
this
a
situation.
hero, okay? That guy's a hero. Now, I am absolutely appalled.
Aghast. It's disgusting.
Dude, we only saw in the video that Raja put up, we only saw him being bowled into the, like he's in the corner, he's being restrained or whatever. That's what we saw. We didn't see what was happening in the ring. I presumed, like everybody was bullying him into the corner. You have an angle where as he is laying there with blood pouring out of his head and his ears.
Choking
on
air.
His teeth and his blood. Someone covers him, and the ref counts the pin.
Disgusting.
What? Somebody covered him, and the ref counted the pin. Yes, the ref counted the pin. The video is up on Tom's Twitter.
Timmy Handsome is the ring name of the man who pinned Psycho Stu.
I mean,
go after Rajah. This is your first reaction, is to pin the guy? Whose call was this? Was it his call? Did somebody tell him, get on top of him and pin him, end it? What is going on here? And people are going, people are arguing with me and saying, I don't know the unwritten rules of wrestling. The show must go on. Listen, buddy, what about the rules of life? Okay, there's
Bro,
no
hold on.
unwritten
Before
rules
you
of
go into
wrestling
the
that
the
supersede that.
rules of life, who is telling you? Like, listen. Hey, if you want to tell me, okay, like, hey, I was a pro wrestler, but you were a pro wrestler and a UFC fighter. So who's telling you that you don't understand the rules of either business? Stand by. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Chat GPT, Smackdown review starring Filthy Tom and Bryan Alvarez.
Welcome back, you miserable wretches, to another disaster of an episode of Figure 4 Daily, the only show on the internet that's guaranteed to make your brain rot faster than watching one of these Smackdown episodes. I'm your host, Filthy Tom Lawler, joined by the man who somehow manages to be more useless than a rubber knife in a prison fight, Bryan Alvarez. What's up, Bryan?
Let's not pretend you're the shining star of this operation. You're like a broken pencil. Pointless. And I don't even know I'm still here with you. Anyway, let's get to this train wreck of a Smackdown. Spoiler alert, if you were expecting a wrestling show, you've come to the wrong place. It was like watching someone fall asleep in real time.
You should know all about falling asleep, Bryan, since you've been half dead for years now. If enthusiasm was an Olympic sport, you would get a participation medal for showing up, but still lose.
I could tell the crowd was hyped for Drew, and Nakamura's music is always a banger, but it was just nothing. It's like watching a 5-minute commercial for a product you don't even want to buy.
And I bet the only thing that was more uninspiring than this match was your entire existence. Let's move on before I fall asleep right here on this microphone.
Tom, you think because you're a former fighter, that makes you a wrestling expert? You'd probably lose in a match with a traffic cone. Look, Jade's a star, but Liv Morgan, she's the human version of a please wait screen.
Liv Morgan is about as useful as a sandbag at a swimming pool party, who's like trying to make a turkey sandwich with no bread.
It's like the crowd went from yay to who's got the remote. Can we change the channel?
Liv Morgan's biggest move is making the audience wish for better things. She's like the human version of a wet sock. Nobody wants it.
I get it, Tom. You don't like fun. You don't like energy. You don't like anything that's not just sitting on your couch in your pajamas complaining.
More of the same.
Oh, we're back to more of the same, huh? Just like your wrestling career. More of the same, but somehow still a disaster.
Well, that's it, folks. SmackDown 2025 was more like SmackDown 2005. Same old stuff, same old disappointments. Join us next time when we tear apart something else for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, next time, Tom, maybe we'll actually have some real wrestling to talk about instead of whatever disaster this was. Until then, just remember, don't listen to Tom and don't watch SmackDown unless you hate yourself.
Whatever. It's your funeral.
What? I've never been so embarrassed doing this show as I was for the last 5 minutes. God. I'm going to let you go off. Don't swear. But I want to say one thing before we go any further. And that is, as appalled as I was with that spot where the guy covered and the referee counted the pin, I do think that we need to remember what happened and who did what. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
You can get mad at those guys all you want, okay? But there's one guy who hit the ring and, like, did what he did, and that's Raja Jackson. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, and by the same token, I've had a lot of people, because I watched a portion of that hour, 45-minute video that Raja Jackson had up, or whatever it was.
As I did.
And, I mean, he was disrespectful from the very beginning when he showed up, kind of towards the whole event. Oh, I don't have tickets, blah, blah, blah. He's trash-talking his buddy, which is, that's one thing. But then, talking about how he's going to hit him for real. I mean, the entire thing is awful. But we had AJ Mana, who I think is the one that brought Rajah Jackson to the show, a self-proclaimed MMA fighter, stuntman, actor, obviously a professional wrestler here, telling Rajah Jackson to get his receipt. You know what a receipt is? Get a receipt. Tag them. You know what? If they don't like it, I'll come out there. So he's already hyping them up. As you said, on Kick, these 12 and 15-year-old kids are egging him on to go fight. And he gets in the ring. He does that. And people are, any sort of vindication that people have for him, any sort of like backing, should be out the window. This man is an adult. He's 25 years old. If Bryan told me to go shoot on somebody at the Christmas party, that doesn't give me carte blanche to do it. There's still repercussions that you have to face. And when I look at it, I've got to imagine this guy has never faced any repercussions. There's video of Rampage Jackson just days ago on Kick saying, you know what? I saved up money for my Asian kids to go to college, and I saved up money to bail Rajah Jackson out. Right?
Yes.
I mean, we have it right there.
This was before anything happened.
Before anything. Rampage Jackson afterwards makes a statement saying Psycho Stu's okay, which apparently, I don't know where he got that information, because that does not seem to be the case. What I understand, he was in critical care, according to his brother. And one of the biggest concerns that Rampage Jackson has in all of his videos, which you see over and over and over and over again, and hey, I'm a parent. I don't know how I would react if my son did something like this. I would be concerned for him for sure. But he keeps asking, is he going to get kicked off Kick? Is he going to lose his account? Is he going to get banned from Kick? Very little care for what happened to Psycho Stu. Now, Psycho Stu, I mean, I don't condone walking up to somebody who's unprepared, you don't know, and whacking him in the head with a beer can or whatever it was, a soda can. Now, clearly he was doing it in a worked manner. He thought that Rajah Jackson was in on it. But this also, I mean, it's just a perfect storm of events that led to this. And then Rajah Jackson leaves. The guy who was dressed like a clown in a baseball outfit, who was tackling him and throwing shoulder blocks in the corner, that guy gives chase to him, goes after him, and then cuts a promo on him. Cuts a promo on Rampage Jackson in front of the fans. That was, one of his first actions, not to go care for Psycho Stu, not to go calm things down in the locker room and help there. Just a miss on so many levels. This was mishandled so badly across the board. One of the worst things I have ever seen in professional wrestling or MMA, for that matter. This man is supposed to be a trained fighter. He's 0-1 as a professional, but he brandishes himself as an MMA fighter. We like,
it's also,
for all the faults we see of fighters, we don't see this very often.
You mentioned this whole situation was mishandled, and you're correct. But I want to point out that you almost can't even say mishandled, because there's nothing handled about it. I don't think in that entire stream there was anybody that told anybody what was going to happen. I don't remember him having any conversations about this is the spot that we're going to do or whatever. He literally was just told, go in and get your receipt. And, I'm still appalled by the cover and the pin and everything like that. But, I mean, I don't have any indication that anybody in the ring knew what was going to happen. I mean, this dude, who knows what anybody thought? There was no hey,
no one thought.
This is what we're going to do.
No one thought, Bryan.
This guy's going to do this. You guys do that. Make sure. I'm not even sure those guys were told. He said, I'm just going to keep hitting him until I get pulled off. I don't remember seeing any indication that the other guys were told to pull the guy off. It was like the Wild West. Hey, you know what? We're going to have a match. Just you hit the ring and get your receipt. And then whatever. It's where was, I don't know, man. This whole thing right now.
Disgusting.
Psycho
Stu,
according to his brother, Andrew Smith, says that he is in stable but critical care. So one of the wrestlers did an interview, I think with like USA Today. I've got it here somewhere. But he basically said that Stu was on his way home. Malo, what's his first name? Where is it here? Douglas Malo, one of the wrestlers who attempted to intervene.
Hold on. Brian, because this is kind of off topic. When this happens, Raja Jackson gets a call. He gets a call from somebody at the show who says, man, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have gone that far. He's in the ring flatlining. And do you remember what Raja Jackson said?
I got to call you back.
My bad.
Oh, my bad. I got to call you back.
My bad. I'll call you back. What?
Yeah. So according to, Douglas Malo had told USA Today that Smith was awake, talking on Sunday, broken bones in his face, lost a lot of teeth. But then he went on Reddit and said, he's going home. And then it was several hours later that Stu's brother posted on Facebook and said, good morning, thank you for the outpouring of support. Stewart is conscious, does have some recollection of events from the day of the attack, but said that he was in critical care. Now, critical care, I mean, that's the ER. And they're watching you like every moment to make sure you stay alive. So it's a serious, serious situation. And, yesterday, Dave and I were talking about this, and he said that Knox Pro wasn't an ID school, but they'd had ID talent. No, it was an ID school. It is now not an ID school. The ID membership or whatever has been pulled. I don't know what else is going to happen, but they're not an ID school now. And, I mean, you asked the question during the break, which was a good question. How are ID schools chosen?
What is the vetting process?
What is the vetting process? The vetting process appeared to be that Rikishi owned it. Other than that, I don't know what it was, But if you watch the video, it's like, the wrestlers are changing outside. There seems to be very little communication about what's going on the show. This whole thing happened. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Being investigated by the LAPD. And what that means, who knows? But, I mean, here's the thing. If nothing happens, I don't know what to say about the LAPD. Because all of this is on film. Every last second of it.
Hey.
Rampage, when he was doing his deal, he tried to claim that, the guy hit him with a beer can and he was mad and then this thing happened and tempers. That's not what happened. The beer can incident was followed by a handshake where Raja claimed that he was cool now. But then that was followed by 2 hours of him filming himself, getting more and more agitated, flat out saying what he was going to go in and do. I mean, this was not like spur of the moment. I mean, he had 2 hours to think about it, and he only got more angry in that 2 hours.
Rampage also mentioned that Raja Jackson recently had a brain injury from sparring, and that maybe the can shot to the head was part of the issue. But there's multiple times where Raja Jackson says that didn't hurt at all. No problem.
And I mean...
And Brian,
we also have 2 hours of him seeming to be, I mean, he's angry, but he doesn't seem like he's, he seems quite angry, and he gets more and more angry the more he goes on Kick, the more he listens to that chat. And
you said, what is the LAPD going to do, right? What is the LAPD going to do? Probably the same thing that the Orange County Police Department did at the end of the day with Rampage Jackson when he went on that hit and run in 2008. Just brush it under the rug.
Well, this guy does say have no faith in the LAPD, Brian. Well, all I know is they've got plenty of evidence. I mean, the entire thing from start to finish was all filmed, and it's out there everywhere. So, this person here that says the schools are Booker T School, Cody School, Seth Rollins School. It was Rikishi's school. and Elite Pro Wrestling. So it doesn't appear there is a vetting process other than a WWE star owns a school. So, all right, back in a moment with more, everybody. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful.
It's Bryan Alvarez and Big Vinny V, and we hope that you enjoy the show.
Should I do one more time? Huh? I played the entire song before realizing I had not hit record.
I figured as much.
So I had to start the entire show over again. Uh-oh. Is my internet down? My internet died.
Yeah.
All right. Stand by, everybody. Hi, everybody. We're back. And we're just gonna barrel on through, right, Vinny? What do we have on that Facebook thing? Now it says no audio. Jared, do we have audio?
I can hear you.
Honestly, what is going on?
Yeah, we just watched a movie
What
about
is
this.
up with my internet? Lost everybody again. Curry says no problems with the Big Vinny V show.
His words.
Not since the first one.
I was gonna say the very
There have
first
been
one was a
Many
disaster.
problems. Many
Yes.
problems.
We've had quite a few.
Yeah, and you know what I do? I just barrel on through.
Brian.
Barrel on through should be the name of this show. What the hell's going on this week? Like every single show, something goes terribly wrong. Today, I didn't have the music set to go at first. Then I got it set to go, but I forgot to hit record. Finally, I hit record and got the song going right. Golly. One disaster after another here. We're starting 15 minutes late. I still can't find the video, Jared. Is it up? Where is everything? Granny's joining us here today via phone. We cannot connect our audio or video. It's a blank screen. I don't know what's going on. What are we doing? Should we just quit today? I don't know what the problem is, Granny. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's going on. We still have no video. I got a question. Where's the goddamn video at?
You gotta fire Jared.
All right, now it's up. Hello, everybody.
This is the one you told me to do last week, Undertaker plus Psycho Kid.
Okay.
Are you done laughing?
Yeah, we're done.
Yes, Granny, I apologize.
There'll be more.
Then Psycho Sid comes out with blonde curly hair. Hard to pull. Lasts a while before he gets out of it. I had to give that a 10.
A 10.
Oh, wow.
Undertaker won a match and a belt. That's a 10 on the Granny scale.
Victor is still at it more than ever this week, as far as the soaps go.
Hell of a report, Granny.
All right.
That was a 10 on the Granny soap opera report scale.
Okay, just a minute.
Jared, you're forgiven. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. Oh, God. Well, I don't know what more there is to say about this particular story. But all the best to Psycho Stu. Hopefully we keep getting positive reports. His brother saying he's conscious and has some recollection is definitely positive compared to the first Facebook post that he posted. So, hopefully...
Yeah, and you know what? Also, Brian, I'd like to say, I hope whatever the issue is with Rajah Jackson can get handled too. If this guy needs some medical and psychological evaluation, in order to help him, let's go down that road.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This whole thing is just
a disaster. All right, well, what did you watch this weekend? How's that for a segue?
just start naming stuff because I can't.
I mean, there was a lot of good stuff
I
this
think I
weekend.
watched most of it. There's a few matches I missed. Like, I missed the women's title change on NXT. It just so happened, like, I was watching on one TV at one speed, and then, you know, at a different, I had it live in another, and I kind of missed that match. And some of the Forbidden Door pay-per-view I missed, but I saw the majority of what happened this weekend. No Collision. I watched the UFC as well, 2 nights of it, along with the Kurt Dorelli oil wrestling tournament,
Oh my
which
God.
and once again won by Orhan Okalu. I could just put that on repeat, but
Well, listen, if you these are the matches I gave 4 stars or more to, if you care about star ratings. Kyle Fletcher and Hiromu, I thought was pretty fantastic.
missed it.
Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness, I didn't quite give 4, but I gave it 3 3/4, and that was pretty freaking great as well. So you should check that out. Same with Okada and Swerve, I gave it just under 4. Same with Tony Storm and Athena, just under 4. Hangman and MJF, I gave more than 4, and the main event cage match. So a lot of matches. If you want like really good wrestling, that would be on Forbidden Door. And honestly, like if you're talking about the NXT show, I thought it was on the weekend. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, I would say was 3 3/4, very close to 4-star match. I mean, they did a great job.
I feel like in a different setting, it just for some reason it felt out of place. I don't know.
Well, the best match on the show by far was Obafemi and Javon Evans, which was pretty much as good as anything on the AEW show. That match was freaking great. If you're surprised that Javon Evans didn't win the title, I don't know what to tell you. He got
murdered, but in a way that, in the long run, you want to see him come back and actually avenge this loss. He didn't go out looking like a geek.
No, I will
If
say
anything,
they did give him a lot. I mean, this was as far as like he didn't win, but as far as like, you know, giving him a lot in a match and making him look like he actually could have become champion. This was better than most Javon matches because, you know, usually he'll look great against a geek, but then they'll put him in with a main event guy and like he'll get some spots, but you know, they want you to know that he's not at that level yet. This one, they really gave him a lot, and he looked great as he always does. And it was an excellent match, and you should go out of your way to see it.
This Obafemi, good Lord.
He's awesome.
He's fantastic.
Javon
He's-
should have beat him for no other reason than he should be on the main roster.
Yeah, he should be like what TKO wanted Francis Ngannou to be. You know what I mean? The star for Africa. He is just off the charts great as a big man. He works well with every style of wrestler that I've seen so far. I mean, I don't know how much higher I could be on this guy. He's great.
Well, you know, a lot of people talk, and this is true, like on the WWE main roster, as far as like black male wrestlers, I mean, I don't think there's anybody really getting a push. And I will just say that if they bring up Trick Williams, Obafemi, and Javon, and none of those 3 guys get a push, then something's up, dude. But like next year, 2 years from now at this time, I mean, we should have 3 black male wrestlers as like regular main eventers. Because Trick, he's not the best wrestler in the world, although he's improved. But my God, this guy has more charisma than almost anybody. Obafemi is like, he can have a great match with anyone. It doesn't matter if you're big. It doesn't matter if you're small. It doesn't matter if it's a 4-way. He's got great promos. And you know the best thing about Obafemi, honestly, is he's one of those guys where, like, I saw a video of him out of character, and that's not his voice. And I was like, what? What? So that Obafemi, that's he's playing a character, and it is
Kind of.
incredibly believable.
he is from Nigeria.
Sure, but he really plays up the accent and such, and it works, dude. And then, you know, Javon, I know he's 21. They won't give him a push for 9 years, but like that guy, I mean, he should have been the youngest NXT champion. He is a very special talent. And he's like, the crowd absolutely loves this guy. You just give him a little, and they go wild. So, like, if they gave him a lot, I mean, it's just, man, they got some awesome dudes coming up from developmental here.
We're almost back to the days of the murderer's row of the early African-American professional wrestlers, which I learned about in a great book by Ian Douglas.
You got it?
A Decided Novelty. I finished it this weekend. I learned so much information. I would put it up there with the Carl Stern omnibus book. It's somewhat in that mold, not as fact-heavy. Ian Douglas does a great job of weaving in, the history with his writing style. And, man, I learned a ton from this book. So if you can, check it out on Amazon, A Decided Novelty. But it did make me think of, some of the past eras that we've had with great black or African-American wrestlers. And right now, I really think Obafemi is like the one that should be at the top of the heap.
I don't know, man. I mean, Oba and Trick. Like, I get it. Javon's young.
Trick's great too.
They're gonna wait, but like, Trick is great. He is so charismatic, and he's far like it's either one because like Obafemi's he has better matches. I would say he's a better worker. Javon is of the two more charismatic, but it's not like Javon or it's not like Trick is a bad worker, and it's not like Oba isn't charismatic. So like both of them, you could go all the way, and yeah.
I hope they do.
We should also mention a couple things coming out of AEW. So the post-show press conference, Tony Khan has now announced he's now Dario Cueto in Lucha Underground.
Good.
The Money in the Bank contract that they have, you cannot cash in at any time. You must give a week's notice so that he can properly promote. And, a couple people here were like, well, why even have the cash-in deal? Why not just say the winner gets a title shot? Because when you win a title shot, the promoter decides when that title shot is going to be. This is all in storyline. Like, okay, you won. Well, you're going to get your shot at All Out, or you're going to get your shot at whatever. This would mean, hey, bro, if you want your shot on TV, next week, you call it. You don't have to wait for a pay-per-view. Hey, the pay-per-view's coming in your hometown in 3 months. You can call the shot there. So in storyline, it's better to be able to choose the time and place than to have the promoter do it for you. And he did mention that.
Although, hey, if they're a good promoter, they're probably going to do it, right? Like, who made the decision to have Lola Vice challenge down near her hometown? Was it Ava? Was it? Was it her? Was it Lola or was it Ava?
It might have been. It's probably Ava. Probably Lola's idea, but Ava took credit for it.
Look at that.
That's how it normally works here. But Hangman beat MJF in the championship match, which was in the ring. It was the best match on the show, but it had a really weird like ref bump thing that just like it sucked.
Yeah.
And it was so bad, I think that there was another idea that like something went wrong or somebody missed a cue or a camera missed something or whatever. But MJF still has the contract in his back pocket. So he can either call his shot, which I think is actually what's going to happen. I had been advocating for Tony Khan to force MJF to put it on the line against Mark Briscoe. But since Tony did that press conference and made no mention of that, but did change how you can cash in, that sounds to me like, well, that's what it's going to be. I guess he could change something on Wednesday, but I don't think Mark Briscoe's getting a shot at that contract. And then two other major notes after the cage match. I mean, they pretty much told you this was Will Ospreay's last match for a while. And they did a video before the match pretty much telling you it was his last match for a while. And then he did a curtain call pretty much telling you it was his last match for a while. But they still made sure to kill him in storyline. The heels beat him down. They Pillmanized him. He was taken out on a stretcher. He's getting neck surgery, and he's going to be gone for a while. And I don't know if Swerve is getting knee surgery, but he's got a torn meniscus, and they did an injury angle afterwards that very much seemed like he's going to be out of action with knee surgery. But I guess we'll see.
Luckily, out of all the surgeries, I think the meniscus is probably the one that heals like the fastest. Definitely, certainly more than an ACL or MCL or PCL or any of the other things, because I know I've had a meniscus scope in the past. I think you have too, Brian, right?
No, I haven't.
No? Oh, that's
I'm still
that's the
waiting for
issue?
a surgeon to call me. It's been almost a year.
Hey, you might have to come down here. I could hook you up.
Bro, at this point, it's about 99%. Like, I don't know. I'll probably get it done someday, but, I mean, the only time I ever have a problem is sometimes I'll be rolling, and I'll turn my foot a certain way, and it'll be, like, weird, and then I have to stop and, like, bend it, and it goes back, and then I'm fine. But, like, I have no problems. Like, I can run, jump, sprint, walk, play with the kids. I have no problems whatsoever.
Would you be able to jump high enough to give me a high five?
I couldn't do that before I tore my meniscus. Because your freakishly long arms.
Thanks for taking the bait.
You're an idiot. Absolute idiot. I got a scoop for everybody, kind of. Apparently, Mbop wasn't that expensive. I know that's hard to believe, but apparently Hanson let it go cheap. So I'm hoping that'll be like their new music for the Young Bucks. Because that was their music back in the day. And I've been waiting decades. Almost as long as I waited for Basic Thugonomics to return for John Cena. I've been waiting for Mbop to return. And
Almost as long as you waited for the Golden Eagle to come back.
the Winged Eagle?
The Winged Eagle. Is that what it is? The
Winged
Eagle?
Winged.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
The Golden Eagle's like Khabib Nurmagomedov or something.
I think so, yeah. And then everything else on the show, I mean, the only other thing people are talking about is obviously the Hurt Syndicate not doing the job. But, I mean, do we need to spend time on that? I think we all knew that was going to happen, right?
What happened at the finish of that match?
What happened at the finish?
Yeah, like Dax like kicked out
Well,
after the finishing
no, I don't
move,
think
and
he
then...
kicked out. Listen, I haven't heard anybody tell me what happened, but the belief is that because Brodito's finish kind of looked ugly, I think maybe the ref counted and then like Bandito kind of got off and he was going to do something else because the finish looked bad. And then the ref was like, no, I'm going to count. It was weird one way or the other. But Brodito are the new champions. So,
Good stuff.
back in a moment, Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. What was up with this week? Everyone thinking Monday was Tuesday.
Well, that was just Everyone? you, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it happened, it was like I got all these people that were messaging me going, my God, I thought it was Tuesday too today. It was like something happened with like the moon or something, and it caused everybody to think that Monday was Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like, God, am I losing it?
Yes.
Have you ever lost something and gave up all hope before finding it in an obvious place?
Yeah, my mind. I went to go make her the quesadilla, and I opened up the pantry, and there's no tortillas. I looked down on the ground, and there's the package that they used to be in, but there's no tortillas. So I call Hanale over, and she says, well, I didn't know how to close the bag.
Uh-oh.
So I put them all in a box of light bulbs. I said, why did you put them in a box with light bulbs? Swear to God, she goes, if that box is good enough for light bulbs, it's good enough for tortillas. And I said, no, that's not worse. I open the box, these tortillas are hard as a rock,
She is so your
crumbling to dust.
It's insane.
God.
I lost my wallet at the Alamo Dome. The next day, I got a call from an usher that he found it. When I met up with him, everything was still in it. He refused to accept any money from me.
Wow.
Wow. I once lost my wallet in El Segundo.
Lantian says Big Dave's sanity.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he found it then. It's right there. It's never lost.
99% of the time, no matter where I park, I always know exactly where it is. But there's always that 1% of the time where is my car?
Dude.
And it's like in a bizarre place. Like, what was going on? All right, Granny, what do we got?
We need to buy you a machine that you speak into, and it converts your voice into text.
Oh, my God.
So you don't have to write it down anymore.
Absolutely not.
And then I think even better, we put that text into a text-to-voice app and have it read her.
Oh, my God.
Whatever. Stacy Keebler, her and Tori had a eggnog fight. Just a minute here.
Okay.
Lose my page.
Then he
I
looks
decided to
completely depressed over there.
take something from down below.
Mind your own business.
They're like,
Ray Kinsella builds a baseball field
Field
on
of
his
Dreams. Kevin Costner.
baseball.
James Earl Jones.
If you build it, they will come.
Iowa.
Oh, all right.
You didn't let me finish the question, Brian.
She's right.
Oh, she yells at me. You know, we had so much going on today, Tom, that one of the very important things to discuss never got discussed, which is how are you feeling? I see you're sitting down.
Well, I just got I had PT earlier this morning, so I feel a little bit better after moving around, but still, some swelling, some pain, but hopefully that's all stuff that's to be expected. And from here, it's onwards and upwards and then outwards.
Excellent. So you're here Wednesday?
I shall be. That is my plan. I'm back.
Good to hear, brother. Well, Wednesday...
Missed one day.
Maybe on Wednesday we can talk about the return of Speed.
Oh, please. Thank you for saving that to the end, because if you would have gotten into this earlier, I'm not sure my heart could have handled the discussion about my beloved Speed coming back. Although they didn't mention if the men's title's coming with it. They did say
no, I think the Speed titles. I think they said the Speed titles. So, yeah. We should talk about that because I got questions. But anyway, we got to wrap it up, everybody. I'll be back later on tonight, Wrestling Observer Radio with Dave Meltzer. Dave and I were up last night talking a lot of different topics as well as a Bryan and Bryan show. We'll have the show tomorrow talking Mid-South with Granny as well. We got a lot of stuff. So make sure you check all of that out. And if you're not a subscriber, now's a great time. WrestlingObserver.com. We also have $9.99 options on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And Apple Podcasts even has a free trial, so check it out. Wrestling Observer Podcasts. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Wrestling Observer Live.